Well, President Obama is kicking off his first bus tour of this campaign, and he's hitting a couple of very important swing states. Right now, Mr. Obama is in Ohio, gearing up for a campaign event in Maumee, that's outside Toledo, as he tries to recapture the working class vote in communities that gave him strong support the last time around. Then the president heads off to another very important battleground state, Pennsylvania. Let's talk about what he plans with Marjorie Clifton, a former consultant to President Obama's campaign and a principal at Clifton Consulting. Hadley Heath is a senior policy analyst at the Independent Women's Forum. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Marjorie, CBS News described his tour of Ohio as no swing county tour. They say it's a lot of need to have but not nice to have territory for any Democrat hoping to win the White House. What do you say to that?
No, absolutely. Ohio and Pennsylvania are going to be mission critical for this election. The good news for Obama right now, he is ahead in both states, but he's really going to have to work for those votes. Other good news for him right now is the economy is improving in both Ohio and Pennsylvania. He's going to be talking a lot about the auto bailout, how that was a success. You've got a lot of the manufacturers in those areas, so that's a good thing for him to be speaking on. Things that are going to be tough for Romney is going to be addressing the recent health care fallout, his dissension from his head campaign advisor and how that's going to play. And right now he's going to really have to get into the details of his own economic plans. He did lay out his 59-point plan, which kind of fell flat. So right now Obama's really going to be focusing on the ways that he has worked to improve the economy and the ways that Romney's plan really isn't going to shake out. It's not going to bring jobs. I mean, this is what the election is going to be about: economy, economy, economy.
All right, Hadley, if it's going to be about the economy, I mean, overall, the economy is kind of in the stinker right now, and the jobs numbers expected out tomorrow aren't going to be looking good for this White House. If it's all about the economy, will the president's tour of these two states, will it succeed? Will it help him?
Well, President Obama's been on the attack with some new ads criticizing Mitt Romney as an outsourcer of American jobs. But Mitt Romney should push back and point out that a lot of our American business goes overseas because we have the highest corporate tax rate in the world. So I do agree with Marjorie. This is going to be a referendum on the economy. But President Obama has to own this economy. Well,
question for you, Hadley. Marjorie just said that the auto bailout was a success. In your view, was it?
You know, I don't think so, and polls of Americans at large, 59% of people say that it was not a success, and GM basically would have to double the price of their stock in order to get back, to make that loan back up to the American people. So we understand when we hear bailouts, whether it's Wall Street bailouts or auto bailouts, taxpayers are always stuck with the bill.
Marjorie, what about the so-called Reagan Democrats, the blue-collar workers, the blue-collar voters in places like Ohio? Are they with this president?
They are right now, but again, it's going to, this is going to be the up and downs of the political season, which will continue. Romney's going to have his highs, and then Obama's going to have his highs, and then they'll have their lows. But right now, Obama is feeling on top, and he's going to have to continue that momentum. Jobs report coming out on Friday absolutely could be a hit, depending on what we see with the numbers. But really, the bigger piece in Pennsylvania, Ohio, is going to be voter turnout. That's where he ended up winning, and a lot of those who are with him, it's going to be a matter of do they show out as they did in 2004.
Well,
sure. If I was the president, right, if I were President Obama, I wouldn't be worried so much about Mitt Romney at this point. I'd be worried about my enthusiasm gap in my own voter base. So I agree. It's going to be voter turnout, and that's not boding well for the president, given that turnout in 2010 was much lower than it was in 2008, and people generally are very discouraged about the direction of the country.
However, you do see in presidentials greater numbers showing up. So right now it will be a different thing. Yeah.
So
sure, but I think people are discouraged.
Turnout is going to be key. You both agree on that?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Marjorie Clifton, Hadley Heath. Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
We can always find common ground, John.
On that
you do that so well.